So welcome to Lunchtime LaunchPad. I'm Kayla, and I'm here with Mr. Kevin Kinsey, and we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of your startup journey.
So, I guess, quick background on me. I'm the co-founder and CEO of an Irvine-based software company by the name of Trio. Today, I also do a lot in the entrepreneurial community. So, as Kayla and I were talking about, I'm pretty heavily involved in the Institute for Innovation here at UCI. You've got to diversify, you've got to get different skill sets. If you were going to start up a basketball team today, would you want to start it with 5 Kobe Bryants? No. You'd wind up with 5 ball hogs that constantly got injured and that are over the hill and don't know it. So, you wouldn't want 5 Kobe Bryants, you want role players. You want people that are good at, digging out balls, and you want shooters, and you want all these different skill sets to come together. Same thing with partners. You need to find people that have complementary skill sets to what you've got. You don't just want a sales guy to find another sales guy to be selling along with. At some point, you need to fill in the gaps. Another key message is a lot of times entrepreneurs in college want to just go out and start their business. Sometimes it makes sense to look at actually going out and getting a 9-to-5 job for a while, learning from that experience, building up your experience, building up that baseline of knowledge, going through that polishing session.
Getting a qualification, too.
Understanding the back-end inner workings of that industry and how companies actually make money in that industry. Those are key steps.
Of course, with yours, it was a really good venture, but how do you know when something is just temporarily a bummer and when it's like, oh, you need to stop?
I think you have this vision and this burning passion where you're going to make it work no matter what, and you just do, and it's go time. No entrepreneurial speech is complete without talking about you need passion, right? You've got to be passionate about what you're doing, and certainly there's an element of that makes sense. But if I look back 15 years ago when I started this company, and 16 years ago when it was in my head, I don't know that I ever stayed awake at night dreaming about my passion for running network management software. You're not necessarily naturally passionate about whatever you wind up doing.
You think so? You think so?
I think so. I think the process brings out passion. When you start to see an idea be created and go to product and go to market and create customers and happy customers, it's a snowball effect. It just kind of builds on itself. You start to see that you made something that wasn't there before, that you created jobs, that you created livelihoods for groups of people that work for you, for partners that partner with you, for customers that use the product. And fulfilling that obligation makes you, it impassions you.
And is there any other qualities that you would highly recommend to everyone else before we wrap it up?
Well, certainly all the other stuff that you're used to talking to people about, a sense of commitment, a sense of desire, a sense of ownership, a sense that we're all, with an entrepreneurial company, if you're in the canoe with your employees, they're all paddling together, right?
The canoe, the entrepreneurial canoe,
it's not this big warship that just doesn't matter. It's a canoe, and every one of those paddles makes an impact.
It's strategic, yeah. If one person's like paddling little, it turns the little boat.
Yeah, there's always that one guy in the back that's a rudder. And
of course,
right.
Yeah. People rely on passion to drive them, apparently. But are you relying on vision?
I think the starting point, is always seeing a need. I mean, that's kind of the initial starting point. I see a need, something that isn't being addressed in the marketplace today. Maybe it's because you're a consumer and you went to go do something, and after a lot of Google searching, you discovered there's no way to really do what you thought you wanted to do. So you see that there's a void that there's a need. And at that point, it just becomes a process. Let's start reaching out to some other like-minded people, see if they've seen this as a need, see if I'm missing something. Is there some other way, to do this that I'm missing?
That's the vision.
And then start coming up with a way to address it. And that could be through a technology product, it could be through anything. Entrepreneurship is about seeing a need and coming up with a unique value proposition that addresses that need in a way that nobody else can. Then taking that idea, messaging it, packaging it in a way that's going to make sense for your target customer, getting it out there and making it happen. And then it's just blocking and tackling and hard work.
And that's what the Blackstone believes is fulfilling a need. And that's what it is.
Cool.
So thank you so much. One more hand.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
So cool.